Here's some early muscle to check out at Unique Specialty and Classics. 1965 Oldsmobile F85 Club Coupe 442 optioned. Now, I'm going to tell you what I found on this. You'll be able to look through the still pictures, see what I'm talking about as far as the 442 goes. And hey, if you're a 442 expert, don't be afraid to chime in down in the comments. First of all, original color of this, N paint code. So it would have been burgundy mist with a 915 trim. So it's going to be red vinyl interior. We'll get around to the interior here in just a bit. Let you check that out. First of all, underneath the hood, 400 V8. The casting on it is 389928. So it's an era correct 400. The only year you could have got that casting number on the 400, as far as I understand, is 1965. The Oldsmobile 442 in 1965 only came with that 400 engine. So it is an era correct engine. 345 horse, 440 pound-feet of torque. That's paired up with a 3-speed manual transmission. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at this front bumper. Headlight surrounds, bright work. Let's get a close-up of that. As far as the paint, it does show its age a little bit. There's kind of some light scratching, if you can kind of see that. And there's a few spots where it's been touched up. Does it still show well? Yes, but I'm not going to tell you it's perfect. It does show some imperfections. It's one of those, drive it. Take it to local car shows, roll-ins, cruise-ins, have some fun. The previous owner of this car had the engine rebuilt, and it has approximately 14,000 miles on it. He also states it's the original engine to this car. Unfortunately, as far as I understand, I believe 65 to 67 it is, did not have a VIN derivative. Now, if you want to check out the still pictures, you're going to be able to see that casting number I'm talking about. You're going to be able to take a look at the data tag, the VIN plate in the still pictures, and we're going to get into that more here in just a little bit. Still pictures can be seen at uniqueclassiccars.com. Click on the link down below this video in the description. It's going to take you right there. And of course, you can call us 507-386-1726. Riding on an aftermarket chrome wheel. Nice look on this car, though. And as you can take a look up and down the passenger side here, you can see it's free of any major nicks, dings, scratches. Now, it's also my understanding the 442 in this body style, 1965, was the only one to get that side vent or that side scoop. And how they distinguished that was on the Lansing built cars, which this happens to be a Lansing built car. It had a 4V on the on the data tag or call tag. This car does have that 4V on the call tag or data tag, which indicates that the body was supposed to receive that side vent, which leads me more and more to believe true 442. Do not have a protecto plate or a build sheet, so that's why I'm going through this information with you. Take a look through the pictures. Anything I've talked about is provided in the still pictures. You'll be able to see it yourself. Another thing to remember is we do consider trades. Financing is available. Of course, we can assist with transportation, and this vehicle may be eligible for an extended service contract, so consult with your sales associate when you call in or email. We also have an open door policy. If you can't make it yourself, third-party inspector wants to come check it out for you, go right ahead. In the still pictures, you're going to see the underside of the car, the engine bay, the trunk. I'm going to point out things like this where we do have some pitting on some of these chrome pieces in the back, which, of course, themselves are hard to find, period. Of course, dual exhaust. And those still pictures, so you can take your time looking through what I've been talking about. uniqueclassiccars.com. Click on the link down below this video in the description. It's going to take you right there. Now, phone number, once again, 507-386-1726. This car also still has a Rochester carb on it, which it would have originally came with from General Motors. As we take a look down the driver's side, from the rear to the front, again, you can see No major dings, nicks, or scratches. Yes, imperfections in some of the paint. It's just right up there. But you can see the reflection. And the paint has a nice shine to it. I mentioned it was a red vinyl interior from the trim code. Red vinyl interior. We're going to start it up so you can hear it run. We'll check out the engine bay in just a bit too. And lots of pictures of the interior with the still pictures. Probably over 100 pictures of this car online. UniqueClassicCars.com. I've had the radio working, albeit we were indoors. So a little poor in the reception, but powered up. And it's an AM radio. Let's go ahead and fire this up so we can hear it run. Here's fuel gauge. It's at half. That was a cold start, so I wouldn't expect anything to be reading on the temp gauge. And check oil pressure there. Oil pressure gauge is working. Blower fan I've also had working. Other than that, take a look at the rest of the dash. Slip around to the back so you hear it run. Door closes very nicely. Nice fit to it. There you go. Get an idea how that 400 sounds. And again, casting number 389928. So era correct to 1965. I'm going to go ahead and pause this a second. Let's get this hood pop, check out the engine bay. We'll wrap this video up. Underside of the hood looks good. There it is. And correct color for the 1965 400. And listen how smooth it is. Again, previous owner, about 14,000 miles in the engine after it was rebuilt. It does have HEI ignition back there, if you can see. And then that casting number is going to be right, you won't be able to see it here, but you'll see it in the pictures. Right down through there. And it does have a B at the end of it. It's smooth running, nice, tidy, good looking engine bay. And then that cowl tag is right back here. You're going to see a still picture of that and with all the other pictures. So 1965 Oldsmobile F85 Club Coupe, believed to be a real deal 442. Again, have any comments? Put them down below, especially if you know your Oldsmobiles inside and out. I'm trying to state what I can see and what I've put together. Look forward to hearing from you. 507-386-1726, UniqueClassicCars.com. Click on the link down below this video in the description. It's going to take you right there. And remember, we do consider trades. Financing is available. Of course, we can assist with transportation, and this vehicle may be eligible for an extended service contract. Consult with your sales associate when you call in or email.
Hey, did you know that this car qualifies for an extended warranty? It's just like the one you get at your new car dealership, except it covers your classic car instead. It covers all the major components like engine, transmission, drivetrain, and you can get coverage up to 10 years. Repairs aren't cheap. These extended warranties are a no-brainer. Contact us for a quote on this car today.
Here we have a 1965 Oldsmobile 442. Our turn signal indicators work. Fuel gauge is reading 1/3 of a tank. As you can see, it is winter in Minnesota, but the roads are primarily dry, and we do wash our vehicles so we can do these driving videos for you.
John and Catherine, when the Vikings and Favre were down in New Orleans, but
AM radio works great. Our blower motor does work. Our wipers also work. This is a great running car. Started right up and idled well. Let's get her out and get some speed. See what it feels like on the road. This is a 3 on the floor. acceleration over 40 miles an hour. To go straight down the road, I'm not getting any pull either direction. Doesn't feel like there's any tire wobble or anything like that. Just got a little vibration in the shifter when you get over about 35 or 40. Really nice looking car. Red and maroon on the inside, maroon on the outside. 442, really iconic Oldsmobile. We have a temp gauge reading about 180 right now, and the PSI for oil pressure is about 50. We'll go around this roundabout and accelerate one more time. So we're in second right now. There's third. Really good acceleration in this car.